Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another Pintz and Amiga tech thing. Now we're going to be doing an unboxing and a review of this item that is very, very cool. This item has been sitting on this bench for roughly about 6 months, and I entered a drawing for Chris Edwards Restorations. If you're not familiar with Chris Edwards Restoration, please check out Chris Edwards Restoration right here on YouTube. He has repaired over 300 Amigas so far and counting. So check him out, Chris Edwards Restoration. Well, back to it. He did a raffle or a drawing for an item that is totally awesome. He was giving away a WEP station, model number 948D3. It is a soldering, desoldering station. And I entered that contest and I won. Well, it took getting lost in customs for about 2 weeks. And then DHL lost it for almost 3 weeks. They finally had to track me down. A lady from DHL, I don't remember her name, but she called me from the DHL office here in Austin, Texas, and asked me for my physical address, which I had provided the physical address numerous times. I have a mailing address because I live in a community. I have a mailing address, where we all go to our mailboxes. And then I have a physical address, and usually the physical address I use for deliveries, pizza deliveries, Amazon, FedEx, whatever, DHL. And I gave him the physical address, and the driver could never find the house. I even gave directions, I even gave landmarks, and still couldn't get it. Well, finally, she sent another driver out, and I got my package. And today I'm going to unbox and I'm going to review this, and we're going to solder with it and we're going to desolder with it. Chris Edwards recommends this highly. He loves his. I've seen his. If you ain't seen his show, you need to go, you need to like, you need to subscribe, you need to follow, whatever you need to do. Check out Chris Edwards Restoration. This WEP station is totally awesome. So we're going to pull out a nice knife. And we're going to open it up and see what's in here. It has been sitting here on this bench for roughly almost 6 months, since early summer. And we're going to open it up now. So let's see what we got. There we go. Oh. Seems to be packaged pretty good. Now, if anybody's wondering what kind of knife this is, because it's curved, it's a skinning knife. It's for skinning certain things. All right. We've got some operating instructions in English, looks like. Talks about the desoldering. Talks about the operation. Talks about the extractor and the tips. Talks about how to change the nozzles and how to change the tips and everything. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to read that a little bit later. Operating appendix, it looks like. Now this is from WEP Tools. WEP Tools, if you want to check them out online, this is, like I said, model number 948D3. And it is manufactured in, of course, China, but it is by WEP Tools, and it come straight from, it looks like Hong Kong, or through Hong Kong is what the shipping label says. I'm not going to show the shipping label because it has addresses on it. So we're going to close up the skinning knife. Let's see what we got. We got some foam. What we got here? Oh, got a package. Got a little package. What's in here? Feels like parts. Ugh. I have to get out the knife. I have to get out the knife again. If y'all hear any noise in the background, that's my grandkids. I got the grandbabies here this weekend. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Desoldering tips. Yes. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 tips. Wow, 4 tips. That's cool. I have to hold on to those. Don't know what that is, but I'll figure it out. D sub power connector. Good old, nice and heavy duty too. It's real heavy duty. I've seen less on computers. D sub power connectors. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh, the soldering iron, looking good. It's got the chisel on there for right now, but we can work on that later. We can work on that later and see what we can do for another tip. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Looks like we've got some. Looks like maybe a ground clamp. We're gonna have to figure out what that is. Figure out what that is. Some more foam. Ah, here's what I'm really interested in. The desoldering station, or the desoldering gun. Ooh, that trigger is real clicky. Ooh, that feels like a joystick clicker. Oh, that's nice. Let's see what the injection button feels. Oh, nice. The injection, the injector for the back to open it up and get to the cartridge. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's way better than the one that I have now. Oh, that's smooth. That's real smooth. And then you just click it back and locks it in. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now, desoldering stations, when they show up, they have a plug that's in the end of them to seal them up, to keep from stuff getting in there and during shipping. So the first time you warm up the gun, or warm up the desoldering gun, that solder in that tip comes out. But listen to that, very clicky, very nice. Man, that's cool. I like that. Looks like it's got some good length on it too. Let's see how long it is. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. That's decent. Oh, and I like the fact that it's clipped together. It's got little clips to keep it together. About every I don't know, about every 2.5 inches, it's got these clips in it that keeps it together. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's real nice. Okay, it's got a little bit of weight to it, but not a lot of weight to it. My other desoldering station, it's very desoldering gun is very front heavy. This is not, and it's thin. I've got big hands. I got huge hands. You know, it's not bad. I like it. It's got a good pistol feel, and it has a little bit of a natural slant from the manufacturing. The way they manufactured it, it's down just a little bit. So, you know, you're going into, you know, the board, and it's got that once it feels like once you go down, it's 90-degree angle. So you're on your component, and you can get good contact with that. I like that. I like that a lot. The soldering iron is WEP Tools K9 K9170. K9170. So that's good. Got a nice cushy little grip. I have to check that out later on. Okay. Oh, nice. A little station. little station for you to put your tools on. Let's get this open a little bit. Oh, that's pretty cool. You got the little sponge. You got the sponge. It's for your iron to set. Your iron to set. Nice. Very nice. Nice cradle. It's got some, you know, it's got some weight to it. It's not flimsy. It's not flimsy at all. It's actually like got some good weight to it. Not bad. All right, bags of goodies. What do we got here? Oh, okay, I see what this is. This is our extra desoldering gun filters and cleaning tools. A little thing of cleaning tools to clean out your holes. Clean out your holes. And these are, I'm pretty sure these are reamers, so you can clean everything out. Oh, there's some spare springs and a spare rubber plunger, or a spare rubber gasket. That's nice. That's cool. Spare spring. Oh, that's neat. My other desoldering station didn't come with none of that. And another tube holder. Oh, that is just neat. And an extra, another for the suction hose side of the desoldering gun. If you break yours, or you break off the tip or something, however you do that. I don't know how, but wow, that's cool. All kinds of extra goodies. Oh, I like this. Man, I don't know why I hadn't did this 6 months ago. This is cool. I'd have been using this already. Oh, neato. Extra. Oh, there's another desoldering tip in here. There was a lone wolf in here. Oh, so I wound up with 5. There's 5 desoldering tips in here. Really? Oh, they gave us all kinds of extra stuff. I'm going to put this in this bag. That is so cool. Those little cleaning tools are little pokies. All right, let's get out the main station here. See what anything else? Oh, wow. We don't need this no more. Oh, this is neat. Oh, this is nice. Come on. Oh, this is neato. All right, we have a nice LED display on the front. We've got the suction hose for the desoldering station right there. We have the desoldering, and we have the soldering.
What the hell did you say?
So this is all in one. So, and it's got a nice handle on top. Look at that. Got a little handle on top. Nice and robust. It's lightweight. It's not heavy. It feels like it weighs maybe 3 pounds, 4 pounds tops at the most. Very nice. It's got a menu button. It's got some up and down, positive, minus. It's got power on, power off. Let's see. This is the extra. This is for the suction side. You got one of these, and then there's a filter inside. But they gave you extras in the package. Holy crap. My desoldering station, my original one, you ain't getting nothing. You got an extra tip, and that was it.
That's what she said.
Wow. This is cool. I like this a lot. This is an all-in-one. This is soldering, desoldering. I mean, it's awesome. Temperature controlled, everything. Right here in the back, you've got this little clip. We were wondering what that. I was wondering what that wire was. The little alligator clip wire. It's grounding. I figured it was grounding, but I didn't know how. And on the back of the station, you've got a plug. You plug that in and you clip this to one of your ground sources. So anytime you're touching the board or you're touching the board the first time with the iron, you know, it can be grounded. How about that? That's cool. That is neato. That is awesome. They thought of everything. They thought of everything. Wow. And my bench is grounded. I use the good old prison bracelet. I use the prison bracelet just like Chris Edwards does, and it is attached to my bench, and my bench is grounded out, and there's grounding points, and it goes to my house grounding source and my battery backups and my Furman line conditioners and everything else. So I put this around my ankle when I'm working on any kind of vintage or any kind of electronics. So you can tie this into, into your grounding. So even your soldering, desoldering station is grounded out. My existing ones are not. So this is neato. This is great. Wow. Well, man, I can't wait to turn this on. So give me just a little bit, and it's going to be just a second or two for you, but let me clear away the old one, and I'll show y'all the old one here in just a second, and then we'll put the new one in place, and then we'll give it a try. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's just seconds for you, a couple of days for me, but we have just set up the WEP station desoldering and soldering station. The WEP 948D3, which is totally awesome. You have a menu button that you can go in and change things in the menu. Change the degrees, time off, sleep time, things like that. You have your temperature control up and down. You have your power on and off right there. You have power on and off right there. Temperature control up and down. Pretty straightforward. Desoldering station has a nice length on the hose. It's binded together with little clips, so you do not have to worry about them getting tangled or separated. The desoldering gun has an angle on it, so when you go into your component, you're at a 90-degree angle. And, ooh, that's a little warm. And it's ready to go. Boy, that thing is ready to go. Rock and roll. I like mine somewhere around 725, 716. And then we have the soldering iron, which has got plenty of cable on here, and we can set that up right there too. It's in the cradle that you can see on that bottom camera right there. You got a little cradle for the soldering iron. You got a cradle for the desoldering gun. So everything is good to go. Don't forget, it has a D-sub power cord with it. So if you don't have one, I had one from a previous soldering station, which was a crappy soldering station. It was a knockoff. It clogged up all the time. It had a short cable. It sucked. It clogged up. Its tips. I didn't have no tips with it. The same tip that I got with it, the same tip that I have today. It was heavy. It was noisy. The fan in it is noisy. This WEP station is silent. Do you hear the fan going at all? No, it's quiet. It's lightweight. It has a handle on top. It is amazing. You get a ground cable with it if you want to ground it to your grounding source. It also has a massive bag of goodies, cleaning tips, filters, springs for the cartridge, an extra cartridge, an extra suction tip for the front of it. That's right there. Right there. You can see my finger down there pointing at it. For the hose. And I have 5 extra tips. Extra tips. And all kinds of cleaners that can go in there. So yeah, a big bag of goodies. All kinds of good stuff in there. So, we want to know how this thing works. So how does it work? We pull out a big old pizza. And what pizza do we pull out? We pull out a 2000 motherboard, an A2000 motherboard, a big old pizza. And here we go. This is one of my donor boards, and parts salvage boards, completely dead, corroded. So we're gonna give the WEP station a workover with this massive pizza right here. So where are we gonna solder and desolder at? Well, that looks like a pretty good place right there. So let's see how she sizes up. Let's see what we can pull out of there. See what we can do. See what kind of extractions and desoldering from this old board of 30 something years plus, almost 40 years of computer components. Let's see how the WEP station makes short work of it. Let's see what we can do. Where can I? That's a good choice. There's so many places in here. Let's see what you can do here. There's some pretty big capacitors right there. Let's do a couple of big capacitors. Hey, that looks pretty cool. Now, with anything you want to add, when anything that's very, very old, you want to add a little extra flux in there. And you might have to add a little extra solder. So let's add a little extra flux in there. And with it being very old, let's add a little extra solder in there. And then we'll go in there with the desoldering tool, because some of this solder gets oxidized and it gets very, very crusty and very nasty. And sometimes you got to re-tin it to get it to act right. Oh, that went in smooth. Oh, that iron is nice. Oh, that iron is real nice. Oh, there we go. A little brush off right there. And we'll set that right back down in the cradle. Now, let's see how the desoldering tool works. Let's see what we can do here. Whoo, that is clean, baby, clean. Oh my. A little extra solder in there. Might need to add a little extra flux. Get it up in there. That's just me. Ooh, it's trying to poke out on its own. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to reach back here and pull out this component. I can't quite get on it. Wow, that is amazing. That is super, super clean. Now, it is hanging by a frog's hair, let me tell you. It is right there. It is loose. It is falling out. The desoldering gun did its job in a short work. And let me see if I can go ahead and get that component out with just a touch. The leg is right there. It is right there. Now, I don't know if it's crooked or what is going on. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a set of Lorena Bobbits, and I'm going to do just a little clip. Look at that. and that component come right out. That's a capacitor that come right out. I mean, I was holding it from the other side, and it was amazing. So, let's get some IPA. Let's get some IPA and clean up that area. Let's see what we got. Little IPA. This is 99.99% IPA. Man, that turned out nice. Look at that. Right here. It's right here. Look at those holes. Cleaned out. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Cleaned out. Awesome. Now, this is a very old board. Very old gunky board. And those are nice and clean. So, there you have it. The WEP tool spoke for itself. And let's see about soldering it back in and see how the soldering part of it goes. Let's put this component back in. Let's put that component back in there. I hope it'll stay. Well, I might have to hold it in place while I touch it with a little solder. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to touch it in place with just a wee bit of solder. We'll use a teeny tiny bit of flux. Don't need a whole lot. We're just going back in. Just going back in with it. And let's get some flux. Let's get some solder on the tip. And here we go. A little solder on the tip. Ugh. See, this feels good. I like this. I like this. I got plenty of room. Gonna tipping it up there a little bit. And let's see what she's got. Look at that. Soldered that up. Lickety split. No harm, no foul. The part went right back. Soldered it up right there. Easy peasy. Japanesey. Right there. Easy going. Put that capacitor right back into play. And let's get a little bit of IPA. Clean up the spot. Clean up the spot so y'all can see the actual solder contacts. Look at that. Did good, did good, did good. Look at that. Did good. Let me put my finger right on it. Did amazing. Did a good job. Resoldered that right in there. Wow. There you go. WEP tool for the win. If you enjoyed what you're seeing here, please reach out to WEP Tools. Get you a WEP station. Get you a WEP station soldering station, desoldering station. You won't regret it. I'm sold. I love it. And please check out Chris Edwards Restoration. Thank y'all.